Well, good evening. Hope everybody's doing well. This is a quick fact check video here. Just want to highlight user of Intellect. I call him abuser of Intellect. This tweet, ha 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 ha, scrambling to locate, recall, whatever it is, we like it. And they have a chart here, not shorting 4 million shares. So I noticed that basically it was the STONK-O-TRACKER data, just reformatted a little bit. If you know anything about STONK-O-TRACKER, you know that the available shares to borrow shown on STONK-O-TRACKER is the amount provided by interactive brokers. It only displays the amount of shares that can be borrowed from them. Let's go back to the original tweet here. So basically they're showing data from one broker and claiming that it means something across the entire market for AMC. Now, the reality is here that this is one brokerage's share availability. If you were to look at an ORTEX update from today, you would see utilization right around 80% and shares on loan 116.3 million. Now, one thing that ORTEX does not display, but can be calculated from these two figures, is what is the total number of shares that are loanable, right? How many shares can be lent? So we do a little math here. We have utilization 80%, shares on loans 116.3 million. So we set up this expression, 116.3, and that's going to be million, is equal to 80%, or 80 out of 100 of X, and X is going to be our total number of loanable shares. So what we can do is we can divide each side by 80, multiply each side by 100, and simplify the expression. X equals 116.3 times 100 over 80, multiply, divide that out, you get 145.375 million total loanable shares. Okay, so, and you're looking at a difference of around 29 or so million shares between the 145 and the 116 that are on loan. What the current utilization was, this is end of day from today, you can see the total number of shares on loan, and that data is pretty much real time for ORTEX. And you can see that on the live update here that there was only about 900,000 shares borrowed today with 1.4 million returned. So you actually had a net decrease in short interest today. However, abuser of Intellect is showing this decrease of availability. And what does that mean? Well, that means that interactive brokers' availability decreased. That's all it means, because we know that there are 145 million shares total loanable, and that only 116 of them are loaned out, which gives us 80% utilization. So this is likely just shares being shuffled around between various lenders in the securities lending market. So it's not really indicative of much of anything, especially using interactive brokers' data. This is a retail brokerage. What does that have to do with the institutions, the hedge funds? When you know the statistics from ORTEX as far as how many shares have been lent, and by extension, how many shares are available when we do a little easy, quick math here. So my tweet, hey abuser of Intellect, why are you reposting STONK-O-TRACKER data that only represents interactive brokers' share lending availability and then hyping it as somehow relevant? Enough of your ignorant misinformation. And so facts matter. This person, user of Intellect, which is quite an ironic username, has been posting misinformation for months. And it's usually been pretty easy to debunk the stuff that they post. So just another example right here of misinformation, flimsy, irrelevant misinformation being presented to the apes by someone in the community, presented as being relevant, intended to hype the apes and lend credence to the MOAS narrative. That's all I got tonight. Check out my Telegram finance chat. The link is in the description. The link is on the bottom of the screen. Love to have you there. Love to have some participation in the live streams. So when I go live, I patch in the voice channel from Telegram, and you can feel free to join that and join the conversation with me, whether you agree with me or don't agree with me, whether you want to argue with me or ask questions. It's really an open forum, and the whole point of it is to get to the evidence-based truth of the matter. What's objectively true here? Cut through the BS, the nonsense, and get down to something that we can actually reasonably rely on. So consider that, join Telegram, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will catch you in the next video. Have a good night.